Oh, oh, you thought it wasn't when it was,
Uh,
and then we
but
just pop up on you.
yeah, it popped up on me. Oh, hey, hello, governor.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's when you know the kickoff is for real. When
Yeah,
the LM governor jumps in.
yes. Time to talk about Doctor Who, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. Man, season 4. Woo.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about talking about season 4 is that just thinking back to that Christmas special before season 3, I did not like Donna, and Donna is one of my favorite companions. I mean, not like we have a whole bunch of them to compare from, but she is one of my favorite companions just for the heart um, that she brought to it. And it was good to see a companion who wasn't just goo goggly eyed over, the 10th Doctor the entire time. Like she was about business, and I like that.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I'm sad to see Donna go. And I even the way that they wrote it to to for Donna to see her end to being a companion just is heartbreaking. And then of
Yeah.
course we cannot talk enough. We cannot talk enough about Wilfred, but we'll get into all that. We'll get into all of that. So yeah, we're introduced to Donna in season 3, Christmas special.
Mm-hmm.
Donna has, and that's when the Arachnos were invading Earth, and I don't know, I felt some kind of way about Donna's introduction. I understand it was on her wedding day, and she was transported to the TARDIS for some reason on our wedding day. On the way to the wedding, I probably felt some kind of way too. But she was so rude, so curt, and just thinking back on now, hindsight being 2020, I understand why they did that to throw us off the scent. So I get it. I love me some Martha, but I do think I love how they introduced us to Wilfred too, and then put them together in the Christmas special Voyage of the Damned at the beginning of season 4. So
Yeah.
I love how this season played out. What about you?
Yeah, it was great. It gave us a lot to chew on, in typical Doctor Who fashion. They gave us some stuff with some great through lines. They gave us some fun. They gave us some danger. And then I think you said hit something that hits in the realm of the head. The introduction of Donna was such a big jump when it came to just characters and the depth of flavor of these characters. So don't get me wrong. I think the other previous 2 companions that we saw before offered a tremendous amount and some eye candy as well. Let's just call it what it is. But Donna is just full of life, full of just question marks. You don't know what she's going to do. She's a pistol. And it just really did a good job of giving us some, what's what I'm looking for? Maybe some dichotomy with David Tennant's character as well. It always kept him on his toes. She was a gem to me in season 4. Also, before we get started, I just wanted to make sure everybody knows that we're doing this live stream to celebrate season 4 because it was such a great accomplishment when it comes to the Whoverse and dragging us a little bit deeper into the waters. But this is also to celebrate season 5 coming up right around the corner. I know everybody's been chomping at the bit, being like, "Yo, when y'all gonna do this season 5?"
Tell them.
The good news is we have already recorded a good chunk of it. And the very first episode is coming out on Friday. So you will get a chance to hop in and swim around with us. For those that were part of the Discord, which is another service that is helping to build the community of the channel. But this is, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. This is a Whovian Discord. It is. If you are a Whovian, this Discord is the place to be. And the people that have been members of the Discord have been enjoying watching the reaction with us. We've been live streaming our reaction
in real time.
Yeah,
They're watching us behind the scenes. And yes, it is I behind the scenes. I've had many a technical difficulty while we're filming, but yes, they have watched with us in real time. So if you're not part of the Discord, you definitely need to be a part of Discord just to give a different light to all that we're doing and trying to support our Hoovians
Yes.
and many other cultures that we are a part of now. But by no mistake, but you know, let's be real. It is Hoovy and Rand.
Yeah, it is Ubi and Rand. And I think like one of the great things about the Discord, this really isn't just a plug just for the Discord, but it is a lot of fun. And like you said, you never know what you're gonna get. And I can't explain that enough. And that's what makes it kind of fun. And you get a chance to watch with other people that love this show as much as we do. All right, I'm done talking.
Hold on. I got a shameless plug. And this
yeah,
ain't
go for
for me. For everyone who is chomping at the bit to get season 5, listen, if you were on Discord, we've already watched 4 episodes of season 5 already. They're in the can, being worked on. I've already finished one of my deep dives. I got another one I'm editing right now. I have to get started on the other 2. So yeah, we cranking them out. And like you said, episode 1 for season 5 will come out tomorrow. My deep dive will also drop tomorrow. But if you want to see all of them right now, if you can't wait, then you need to be in Syntell's Patreon because they're already up.
They're already up.
They're already up.
Yeah, that part. The Patreon, super easy to get to. You can go straight to the main page and click it there. I put a link in the description for the Discord as well. We just wanted to make sure we give you the value up front first. I mean, come back to the live stream, but if you just like, this is cool at all, let me go ahead and get to that season 5. It is available.
Hey,
so
not only that, what a lot of people don't realize, and we have an extremely intelligent crowd. This is a Who crowd, so
Yeah.
But in the Patreon, you get our full reactions. Like, it is cut down, it is edited a lot to be on YouTube. A lot. And I don't want you to miss none of this wonderfulness.
Look at this. Look at my man. He is telling absolutely no lies. Yo, I can already see the comment section is buzzing. This is going to be a celebration of you all Hoovians and everything. So go ahead, drop your questions, good things you've enjoyed. Try not to be too spoily if you can, because the thing about our reactions is that we want them to be genuine. But by all means, drop the heat in on here.
I saw something that is super interesting. Have you seen this? So I think it was announced at San Diego Comic-Con that there is a crossover. They had a crossover panel, but that was to talk about how Star Trek and Doctor Who are crossing over in their mobile games, I think it is.
Really?
Doctor Who is a world, a universe traveler. So to travel over into what would be the Star Trek universe is, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
It's one of those things.
The TARDIS may not be the Enterprise, but it can go wibbly wobbly, tammy whammy. Just like
that. That's a crossover. I didn't think I didn't even know I wanted. It's one of those kind of things. It's like, you didn't ask for this. We're gonna give you some of this goodness with this. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they said I guess the showrunner or whatever of maybe Strange New Worlds. Or something like that, or one of the people's behind Star and Russell T. Davies did the panel together, to announce this. So yeah, I didn't know that I wanted it, but especially if it's Strange New Worlds. Strange New Worlds is off the chain, and this is coming from a Star Wars guy. So yeah, I do like the new Star Trek. So.
Oh, that's what's up. Listen, I just want to make sure we give a shout out to everybody that's in here. Let's see, we got season 4 was fire from the beginning. Hey, listen, we got this one from Charlie, who said, greetings from Spain. Following Doctor Who reactions for quite some time. Wow, I love it when we got people from all over the place.
Yes, from España.
Yes.
I love Spain too.
King Shank said Doctor Who even had a crossover comic with Star Trek, so that's a little bit of information that I didn't even know about that as well.
Okay.
Doc Who was featured in a Lego game Lego Dimensions. Yeah, I do remember Lego Dimensions from back in the day when they had like the little figurines that could go with it as well.
Was that the Lego Dimensions was a game that was on PlayStation?
Yeah, was that? I thought that was.
Yeah,
Yes, it was. It was PlayStation.
yeah,
You
it
are
was on
absolutely.
PlayStations. Yeah.
Hey, big huge shout out to Top Steven Bros, who is a diehard
Hey,
Hoovian. Thank you for
yeah.
joining us as well. Greetings from the UK from Fleecing 771. Hey, yeah, it's a Patreon member. Thank you so much for your patronage. Yeah, they're already like knee deep into all of those
Yeah.
videos that have been going on as well. Don't worry, there's a link in the description if you're curious and you wanted to head on over there. Let me see. Monique 69 ways, OG triple OG. Thank you so much.
Look, she's
Um,
had a few comments in here, and listen, from me, I appreciate you so much because she said she don't even watch Doctor Who, but she's here for us. Like she's here to support and
yeah, thank you so much. This is also another OG, Rebecca Burgess, who said, have you guys they got a favorite episode so far? Wow, we're already jumping into it so far with what's going on. That's a good question. Favorite. There were so many. Where do we even start from? I
I'm gonna
mean,
throw out the. I'm gonna throw out. I don't know if these are my favorite, but they are the first two that came to my mind
mhm,
instantly. So a Doctor Light episode,
okay.
Blink. Blink stands out for me. That Blink is amazing.
Okay. All
Um,
right. Also,
but a
I just want to
doctor,
put a bug in your ear. Also,
go ahead.
what is your favorite of this season as well? I think that may
Well,
be what
that's
may be
that's
implied.
that's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
That so Blink just is the first one that jumps out of my mind. Doctor
Okay.
Light, but a doctor centered comes from this season,
Okay.
and right now, Midnight is the one that immediately pops out to my mind. Like that
Mm.
was amazing. Like the acting, the script, like everything about that was absolutely amazing. So
Yeah, I can't even be mad at that. I mean, you stole mine. That's to me, it's kind of like the big obvious one, but I like the whole journey's end situation. You know, the way it closed out because of the moment. I'm telling you, it's a moment more so than even is an episode. It's when he's
I
like,
already know.
I don't want to. He's like, I'm not ready to go yet, or I
Yeah,
don't want to die.
I don't want to go. I don't
That
want to go.
that got me. Like just even thinking about me, I got I got the goosebumps already. Like that
Listen,
to me was just like it did so much, right? Because him saying that exposes his fear, you know, because change regardless if you are is semi omnipotent as the doctor, change is still fearful. It's also, you know, from Tenet's standpoint of I don't want to go because I love the culture of who and what it is that I'm doing. Us, you know, somebody that's been a part of this whole process, we don't want to see you to go as well. That I don't want to die. I don't want to go. Hit on so many levels, and then it's that moment when you're realizing that you're saying goodbye. Like
so
ah,
so that moment was absolutely incredible to me.
mm,
But uh and I think someone in one of the chats, maybe Discord or maybe here, told me that for the doctor to be 900 plus years old, that his time as the 10th doctor was only 6 years. That
mm,
is a blink of an eye for a time lord. Like that's crazy.
yeah,
But
no,
that, even though that moment was amazing, the moment that got me in Journey's End,
mhm.
listen, when the doctor showed up to Donna's wedding, and and Wilfred hit him with the salute, and then he
Oh,
started crying, and the
the
meme,
meme,
oh, you could have bought me for $1. Listen, I was like, oh, why are my eyes sweating? Who has got onions? Who's cutting onions? Oh my, the poly count so high this week. Oh my god.
Oh, yo, that's mad truth. But then you know it starts going into like the Wilford discussion as well. You know, I didn't realize I loved you as much as I did, my guy. You know, one of the things about the companions is dealing with the parents. It's kind of like a love hate relationship when it comes to some of the parents, but because don't get me wrong, like Jackie is one that really kind of stands out. It was a love hate kind of thing. She kind of grew on me, but Wilfred was just so innocent in the beginning. Maybe, you know, he's got a father's love, a grandfather's love. And then when you see him really become intricate into the storyline and him doing the best, I mean, this is a senior citizen. This is an old dude. He shouldn't be running around trying to be a soldier and then him being tasked with like an impossible ask and like, all of that. Like Wilfred just absolutely shined out of all of the companions' parents. Wilfred is top notch. Hat tip to you, soldier. Well, so
Oh,
well
and
done.
Rebecca Burgess, thank you for correcting us. They did so many episodes in season 4. Listen, sometimes I get the names of them. I get them mixed up because then when I do my deep dives, I give it my own name. We were talking about End of Time, not Journey's End. Journey's End was the one that had Davros.
Yeah. Sorry. Thank you.
End of Time at the end with the master.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So Jackie, Rebecca also said that Jackie is the best mother. She might be the best mother. She's better than Martha's mom.
Yeah, I didn't like Martha's mom.
Martha's mom turned
kick
snitch.
rocks.
She dropped dime on the doctor immediately.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Wilfred was the best parental figure for me, hands down. Even though, to be truthful, I really did like Ruby's Jamaican mom until 73 yards when she looked at her. She looked at Ruby in that cab going by. I was like, that is one of the most hurtful looks I've ever seen in my life. Like,
yeah, she was like, not today.
Yeah.
She knew nope, my brother.
Yeah.
Let me see. We got a man. Wow, you all are absolutely hitting it in the chat. Thank y'all so much. This one was just still funny to me. This one came from PR who said Donna is
I know, right?
known vials of companions. That's perfect, especially considering we're in the midst of these wonderful Olympics. Let's see. Fish fingers and custard. That's for a little bit later. We can't.
Yes, yeah. That's. Hold on. This comment, I actually like this comment. It's interesting. Kay Archer says she really didn't like 10. The whole Rose thing with her doing Mickey dirty like that, never got over it. But she did start to come around with Martha and Donna, but she could skip all of 10 and Rose. Ooh. That is a hot take right there. Ooh. That's a hot take. And I like it. It's okay because the beautiful thing about the doctor is, you like who you like or whatever. There's, reason that you like certain people and that you don't like certain people. So, I mean, I've liked pretty much everyone so far. And even, y'all seen it on tape how I came around on Donna because I was not a fan of Donna.
Yeah, she came out the gates too fast.
Yeah, but I couldn't have been more wrong about Donna. Like, the love I have for Donna as a companion is some completely different than Martha. I liked Rose. I mean, I liked Ruby, but Donna does have a special place to me. Like,
yeah. But you know what else was great too? We're talking about Donna and favorite episodes. I don't want to discount Turn Left because that was an episode that really featured her. Primarily, she had to carry that entire episode, and it just showed her chops. It showed that this is a Doctor Who project, but I can shoulder this. And also, if I remember right on IMDb, it was like it was well over an 8, if I remember. And I was trying to remember the only other time where we didn't really see a Who centric one that's in the past 4 seasons that we've watched was the Angels, right? Blink. It was Blink. When we had somebody else kind of carry it. I like it when we kind of do like a bit of those throw offs when the Doctor doesn't necessarily have to carry the episode on their own. What's going on, man? I see that twinkle in your eye. What's going on with you?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think back, and so all right. So like, if we take it chronologically, we've been jumping all around, and everyone. I love all the comments, but if I'm going to go back to as we normally do, the season started out silly with Partners in Crime, and the adipose, the little fat babies.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that one was a little. Yeah. It was a little tongue in cheeky. It was a little funny. Yeah. It felt very well with the Whoverse.
Yeah, that one was crazy, and I thought of that only because one of our favorites here, Todd Stephen Burrow, said that he might be the only Whovian in the universe who does not like midnight, but thinks that Love and Monsters was a fun episode. And
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. You know, I mean, people like what they like, and I get, and I think that's one of the things that people, especially new people to Doctor Who, they see these ones that are fun, that they're tongue in cheek, that they're a little silly, they're more angled maybe towards kids or whatever. Um, and people's like, "Oh, this is stupid. I can't watch this or whatever." And it's like, no, you can't start off with the Master. You can't start off with the Family of Blood. Like, you can't
Yeah.
just start off with the hard hitting stuff. It makes it hard to continue a whole season like that. Um, so I like the fact that it covers the gamut of really human emotion.
Yeah, no, I'm with that. I saw a comment that I just wanted to at least acknowledge. This is coming from John Paling. He said, "Hello from the UK. We have a lot of riots going on at the moment, and your reactions are lovely distractions. Thank you. I have heard. I'm not privy as to the why of what's going on, but I do want to make sure everybody is being safe out there. And if these videos do help as a distraction, we're happy to help. I'll just say that. Please, everybody, be safe out there."
Right. I mean, I feel like I'm behind. I'm usually up on my world news. I didn't know about a bunch of riots.
Yeah, there's some civil unrest going on for whatever the reasons may be. I just want to make sure that everybody's just being safe. And if you just need a good distraction, by all means, come
Yeah,
check out some of these videos.
by all means. So we go from people who absolutely loved, um, you know, loving monsters to like CG right here says that loving monsters was absolute garbage. Um, and but the beautiful thing about that is, and I just saw the comment, that there's no wrong way to love Doctor Who. Like,
No.
Doctor Who, you'll get some that you absolutely love. I mean, there have been some that I was like, I don't know what that was that we just watched, but okay.
There are those, yeah. No, there are
Yeah,
definitely those. What they say in one of my favorite movies, Snatch, and he was like, "They can't all be gems, Turkish."
yeah.
Some of them are
No,
gonna be a little, maybe I could pass on that one, but
but I will say though, since the reboot and since we started New Who, like um season one with the Ninth Doctor, there were a couple that came late. Fear, and I think it was Love and Monsters came right behind that were stinkers. I mean, it's just like, oh,
yeah,
okay, sure,
they
all
they
right.
can all be gems.
They
You know,
can't all be gems,
you
Turkish.
take
Yeah.
you take the good with the bad.
You
Tiger Place.
mix it all together, and there you had the facts of life, my friend. The facts of life.
Tigger plays, not Tiger. Tigger plays. Favorite episode from 1 through 4 has to be Doctor Dances. That is a really good one. I mean, so quotable, great story, and Captain Jack at his best. Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
with you on that. No.
I mean, yeah, I can't say enough about Captain Jack. Like Captain Jack be on it. Captain Jack is the Riz guy. He don't see, not just a woman. He don't see anybody that saying ain't gonna feel his charm. He's like, hey, how you doing? Turns into Joey Tribbiani. Hey, how you doing?
Let's see. George Malcolm said, "Do you think we react to all of New Who?" That is our goal. Especially with the community that we're building. I'm not gonna lie, to keep it a buck. Me and Rekkai did talk, and we were like, "Man, I don't know. Should we still keep going?" We're kind of scratching our heads regarding it. But then the minute we said that, you all in the community showed just this insane amount of love. So right now we have every intention to keep going as of right now. Now do keep in mind, it's what, like 15 seasons, and we're on season 5, so we have 10 more seasons, and right now we are on track to continue. But life things do happen, but we are going to try our best to complete as much as humanly possible. We're having way too much fun, if I'm just going to be honest with you, for us to stop right now. So it's like that, so some Diddy, can't stop, won't stop. Diddy, no Diddy.
Yeah, I
No.
think I think it's it's like, so the new Disney Who was season 14, even though
14.
he was the 15th Doctor.
Right. Okay.
It was season 14, and then something happened with the 13th Doctor with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. They had like a weird season, like the Flux season. I don't even know if it's considered a season. Something weird. So I don't know. I know a little bit, but not enough to alter what I think or what I know about the Doctor. So it's weird.
Huge shout out to
Yeah.
CG Lewis. Thank you so much. Said the one with the oods was so good.
Yeah,
Even
just
if it even if
Planet
the
the
end grossed
Ooze.
me out. Yeah. When the dude turned into the ooze. I like the ooze. Yeah, y'all know me. You know I love to tie in, social conscious moments in the art. And there was some interesting stuff, some concepts that they were doing with the
Well,
oud.
well, just think about it. That Planet of the Ood, that was our last live stream on Doctor Who, because we did a live stream where we talked about Planet of the Ood and kind of the corresponding episode that was in, with the 15th Doctor with Chuti.
Yes. Yeah, that was very true. I still think it's interesting that the oud sings old Negro spirituals. That's my truth. That's the lens I'm looking at through the oud. I know y'all can judge me, but,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but it's still good social commentary.
Yeah. Dot and
And then
Bubble. Yep. Thank you.
yeah, dot and bubble. Let me see. Oh, I lost my train of thought where I was going. Oh wow, you all are really dropping these comments in. Thank you, thank you,
I
thank
know.
you.
Like, yeah, I can't even. So, where you were talking about the Ood singing them Negro spirituals.
Yeah, I mean,
They,
I'd like. Go ahead, finish your thought.
I think I think one of the things that really moved, like, that was a very sad episode for a lot of different reasons. But I
Mhm.
think one of the things that got me was Donna's reaction when she could hear the song. Listen,
Mm.
that that right there, and she couldn't even take it, but for a few seconds, like it was so visceral, like it hit her to her core, and she couldn't take it. I was like, yes, you feel all of the effects of slavery. Now, what I'm gonna
Mm.
need you to do is get back to the country and start talking about reparations. Can we get back? Yes.
Huge shout out to Michael H, who said, "What's your honest opinion on the new seasons?" This is we've addressed this before, but
Are
we
we talking?
love
Are
to
we talking
continue.
Disney, or are we just
I think we're
talking about
talking
where we're at
Chuti.
with season 5? Okay.
I think we're talking Chuti. I guess we could talk both. Could go off the top of your head on either or.
Um, when we get there, and you'll see, if you are in the Patreon right now, you see that we've already started watching season 5. We are 4 episodes into season 5 with the 11th Doctor. So you'll see a lot of our commentary on there. I will say, I was reading somewhere that a lot of people, when he was first cast, and this was the star making turn for Matt Smith, um, a lot of people were not for it. They were not for Matt Smith. And kind of thing is, they're like, okay, we have a bit of a younger Doctor in Christopher Eccleston. We have a bit of a even younger Doctor, a little bit more flair, a little bit more, like sex appeal, I guess, in David Tennant. But when Matt Smith, he seemed to be like the youngest Doctor of all, and they were calling him like Dr. Ladd or something. Like, they were saying like he was a little boy compared to all the other doctors, and a lot of the complaint was that he was too young to be a doctor. It's like, like casting a young late 20s dude to be James Bond. Like, it don't make no sense for real,
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I tell you what, though, from that first episode, the 11th hour, he came off really quirky, and he was definitely very different than the 10th Doctor. But the way he kept referencing back to, hey, just last week I was this other dude, like, I bought it, and I bought into him, and now we're 4 episodes in, and I will say this: in episode 3,
Okay.
is it episode 3? No. It's episode 1, the 11th hour.
Okay.
At the end, when he calls the little prison wardens back, the little eyeball people back, that is one of the greatest introductions for a doctor ever. Like, he told them straight up, listen, you better put some respect on my name. You know who I am? I'm the doctor. The earth, I protect this. Listen, y'all do what y'all do. Google it right quick. All the other people that came here, Cybermen, Daleks, Sycorax, Santarans, Arachnos, Look them all up. What happened? Don't you come around here no more? Don't you? You know.
Yo,
And
and you can see him looking. They was processing. They was like, "Oh, check, dangerous, not to be messed with. Smart, gets
yeah.
out of everything." They was like, "Ooh, can I get a
Hey,
redo?"
that introduction by him was so gangster. I was like, okay, yeah, way to put your stamp on it, my guy. Because
Yeah.
like the 10th Doctor was great. He was great for a lot of reasons, but I didn't really see the 10th Doctor until
Mhm.
he dealt with the family of blood. I was like, oh, he's because like he lost his stack and went cuckoo for cocoa puffs about the Daleks.
Mhm.
But when he dealt with the family of blood in a whole different way, I was like, oh, dude is on something else. Like, oh, okay. So
Yeah. So
I
I
thought that
saw.
was a great introduction for the 11th Doctor.
So to kind of hop into season 5, we did get a quicker moment where we get a chance to see like the Doc kind of like loses cool of a little bit
Mm-hmm.
regarding a reintroduction to an old foe. For those that I'm sure everybody here's already seen it, but for those that didn't want to be too spoilery, an old foe pops back up, and he kind of gets back into like the old versions of old renditions of the Doctor, where he's like, "No, I got beef, bro. Like I don't rock with you. I don't do that."
Yeah.
Did you think that was a little too soon regarding him showing his more I don't want to say militant, damaged PTSD side of himself, or would you rather him, flourish more as this happy-go-lucky young version of the Doctor?
No, from a storytelling point of view, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm not upset with what we've gotten so far. But I will say this that if what Marvel and what Disney and the Star Wars people seem to not be able to do is to take a hint and listen to listen to the people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was so much disdain for Matt Smith being the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You had to write into some of them early episodes to get people on his side. The people like, no, this guy, he gonna be all right. I'm gonna
Yeah.
rock with him. I'm gonna see where this goes because he's gonna be okay. That's why I think that scene at the end of the 11th hour, episode 1, um, really when he flexed and flipped out on Amy at the end of of episode 2.
Okay.
He's like, no. As soon as we get done, you going home. I'm getting ready to
Yeah.
take you home. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You don't make the decision for me. I'm the Doctor. You done made that up. You know how he flexed on and that one the victory of the Daleks. Like he's like, no. Yeah, like you saying, we got beef. No, who are you? I'm the Doctor, and you.
Yeah.
And how they do it. Answer affirmative. Answer accepted. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like, yeah, and
Let's
it's not exterminate, but yeah.
let's hop real quickly into in case Michael H, who addressed this question, is speaking on Chuti's version of the Doctor. How are you feeling about that new season? Let's make this one a little bit briefer because we've kind of like gone at length about how we felt about the new season.
Um, yeah, and people can see that in the Patreon or soon on YouTube or in the Discord. I I like Chuti, and to be honest with y'all, this is why representation matters. Everyone forgets we started with Chuti. We watched our first ever, both of us, our first ever Doctor Who episode because Chuti was announced as the Doctor. That's why we're here. And we have been let in. Like, we're not upset that we got Christopher Eccleston, we got David Tennant, we got Matt Smith, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the companions that we've got. I'm loving it. But what got us in the door was Chuti.
It's Chuti.
Um, some of the stories weren't there. I think as a season finale, it didn't stick the landing. But besides that, Chuti was amazing. Um, Millie Gibson was amazing, and I really liked their chemistry, and I liked what they did with the stories that were really good. They
Yeah.
had some really good ones. Boom was good. 73 yards was good. Like there were some good stories. And a lot of those people that checked out at the beginning, I didn't really like the first episode. The second one with the maestro was better, but then starting at episode 3 on, I thought all those episodes were good. So
Well, you brought up how there was like some pushback with Matt Smith coming in, and it's just it's very change is uncomfortable. Most people do not deal with change positively, and I'm assuming as the years go by, as the episodes roll by, people were kind of like, it's like, okay, I'll give them a chance. The franchise is so beloved, I'll give you like a good or I'll give you enough to give you enough rope to hang yourself, kind of thing, right? And then you turn around and then you like I feel like Chuti's gonna kind of be the same way. It's just new. There's gonna be some pushback because everybody has an idea of who they want their doctor to be, and very rarely does that person show up in real time in real life. There's going to be something that's going to be different than what you have in your head. But once you get to know them a little bit better, which is a parallel of just life in general. People that you may not be comfortable with, if you take an opportunity to give that individual some time, you may grow to understand that person a little bit better, and hopefully like that individual. So there's a little bit of a life lesson that I learned from watching Doctor Who.
That has to be for people who are willing to give people that chance. And the funniest thing is, even though I'm a Star Wars Marvel stan, I am a Whovian, a new Whovian, and I'm quickly becoming a Doctor Who stan, because the one thing that I do love about Doctor Who and Star Trek even is that everyone gets a chance. It doesn't matter what you look like. You know what I'm saying? Your character is judged by your actions, not what you said, not what you look like, definitely. Because we get all sorts of creatures on both of them shows. So I do like the fact that you're judged by, your actions or whatever. I think this comment right here was interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Bennett Nez said we would watch Batman cartoon for weeks and then come back talking about season 5. What's happening? You may not have seen the memo, but when we finish a season, we take a short break, kind of in between to kind of because especially like getting through season 4, was it 18 episodes of season 4?
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
And we understand this is a labor of love. We do this because we love doing it and we love interacting with you guys, our community. But we had to take a little brain break from from Doctor Who for just a second, and it just so happened. Other times there's so much content out, we were rich with content. This time it just happened to be like the only thing that we had, that was going on was Batman Cape Crusader. We had the Syntell had the end of the boys, the boys wrapped up. House of the Dragon had just wrapped up, so the only thing we had really going was Cape Crusader, which you should definitely watch those reactions as well. But because that was the only thing going on, it made it easier to jump back into Doctor Who a little bit faster than maybe what we normally would have done. So
yeah, and also to be completely transparent, sometimes in order for us to kind of like get the jump on some content, we do have like some, not agreements, but an understanding with some of the content providers. So we go through a list. Sometimes a list of content is given to us, and we think like, what would probably be best for the channel, or just, and be perfectly honest, what are the things that kind of like blow our hair back, and then we hopefully assume that it'll blow your hair back as well too. The things that we love, and Batman was on that list. And then once we commit to something, it's like, okay, this is what we're going to stick with. Now, granted, Batman may not have necessarily been, a world beater, but we were committed to make that happen, especially during our break. It happened right in between seasons. So it's not that we're trying to like, avoid Who by any means. That is not the case, but sometimes we do kind of have to knock some other things out first. Let me get this question. Oh, go ahead.
Yes, I Whovian for life. That don't just mean West Coast to me anymore. Yay.
Yeah. This is interesting coming from the Fall of the 11th, who said, Syntell, my question would be, is there any specific direction that you're expecting from Series 5? This is the point where the production of the show went through a major change in the shift from Series 5. Yes, I know we're supposed to be talking more about Season 4, but this is kind of get everybody excited about Season 5 as well. There is a big production jump. It's a production from the way it looks. The score is a lot different. There, you can definitely see the money that they're spending on set design. With bigger checks come bigger responsibilities. So if you're going to make it visually more stimulating, I don't want that sacrificing story. At the end of the day, story is the thing that we show up for. I don't mind it looking pretty, but it's got to have. It's like having a Bugatti or a Lamborghini that looks pretty, and then it's got a Ford engine in it. I don't want that. I want it to look pretty, and I still want to hear that roar of the story kind of going by. And so far, season 5 is doing a good job of juggling both. Rekkai, I see that look in y'all. What's going on?
I think that it's funny that you said that because each new Doctor is given their own theme, and it's funny because most of those other shows I couldn't tell you who it was. I might, unless it's like a famous person, the Riz or somebody who does a score. But I do know the name of Murray Gold, who's the composer and does the music for Doctor Who, and he is fantastic. And I think we commented in one of those that we saw the production value immediately. Like we saw the shift. We saw the brand new opening graphics where even they changed, I guess, for this season, the Doctor Who logo itself was changed. So they did come with some new changes to signify that this is a new era. Stephen Moffat is the showrunner now, and we're only 4 episodes in, and it's been pretty good so far. So I know that he's an amazing writer, and writing an episode here or there, fantastic. How he is as a showrunner, when you step up in responsibility, that can be different because some of the episodes I've seen, he hasn't written all these episodes. He hasn't directed these episodes. So it's going pretty good so far, but I did like, and I guess that would be, the BBC said that David Tennant became a superstar individually behind his turn as the 10th Doctor, and it really did something for Doctor Who as a series. Yeah, I could see them, wanting to spend more. Okay, now we got eyeballs on the show. We're going to spend some more and really make this thing, make it whiz. So I get it. I like it so far.
I thought this was an interesting comment. This is coming from the Fall of the 11th, only because I asked Rekkai this question not too terribly long ago. Syntell, are there any stories or maybe famous people from history that you would like for the show to cover and the Doctor to meet? And while you're processing that, I'll speak off the top of my head. Mine is kind of mythical. I would like to see the Doc deal with maybe like Atlantis, a fictional place in history, and maybe have something fun to interject as to why we don't see Atlantis if it ever was a place anymore. I guess that's a history question, but it's kind of in the pseudo realm of this really did or really didn't happen. That's off of the top of my head. Is there any places of time and or people that you would like the Doctor to meet, Rekkai? This is a great question. Thank you for all of the 11th.
The strange thing is that, of course, Doctor Who is based in England. So really, you're talking about English history, Great Britain's history. However, if he were to travel outside the borders, we know that he's been to New York,
Pompeii,
before, and he's been to Pompeii, did go to Italy. So he's been a few places. I would like to see him, I was going to say like South America, Central America.
Oh, maybe with the Mayans or something like that, or the Aztecs.
Yeah, like the first thing when you asked that question, I couldn't think of a specific person because there's a bunch of them in history that I would love to see him interact with. Like just that one that we just watched, Victory of the Daleks, to see Matt Smith deal with Winston Churchill. That was fantastic.
That was interesting. Yeah, that was interesting.
But I think the first thing that popped in my mind was that movie Apocalypto.
Yes, which is low key pretty good. I kind of enjoyed
Well,
that.
what I thought about was the 10th Doctor going to Pompeii, right? Him
Okay.
and Donna going to Pompeii. I like when you put the Doctor in those kind of moral dilemmas where he has to make a choice, like Apocalypto. In that time, the Aztecs, the Mayans, or whatever, they did like a lot of human sacrifice, and that's how they appeased the gods or whatever.
Yeah.
So to put the Doctor in that type of atmosphere where he has to make some choices that don't cross his moral line, or where he, because Donna talked him into saving those people at the end of that should have died in Pompeii.
Mm,
So to do stuff like that, and how the Doctor, the 11th Doctor, flipped out on Amy at the end of The Beast Below.
yeah.
Like, yeah, I would like to see stuff like that where you get to
I
see a different side of the
really,
Doctor.
yeah, I really like that about the power of choice when it comes to like saving something as large as a city. I like to interject that a little bit more regarding like past things. Yeah, that's super dope. Sorry, I had one and then I lost it. Oh my gosh, that's why I gotta hit these stars. Let me take a moment to do a not so shameless plug. If you have not subscribed to Rekkai's channel, like what are you doing? Like for real, like me and Rekkai, we chop it up. We have great conversations. This is a very, very wise and insightful young man, and he delivers such interesting dialogue when it comes to the content we watch, especially when it comes to Doctor Who. If you haven't already, you can go ahead and just pause the live where you are right now, head on over to Rekkai's page and hit that subscription button. I promise you will not be disappointed because he takes the things that we talk about and really does what we call a deep dive. It is worth it for you to be over there. Yeah, do yourself a favor and hit that subscription button.
Well, thank you very
Yeah.
much. I love shameless plugs, and
It's not so shameless.
yes, and along with my YouTube page, yes, please make your way over to my Patreon. It's not it's not spectacular at the moment, but I'm still working on it, trying to get it up. It's not anything like Syntell's Patreon and the Discord and stuff, but we're working on it. We're getting there. I've been distracted because I'm looking at the comments, and of course, as soon as we said the Aztecs and Atlantis,
It's in Classic Who.
when
Okay.
Classic
Yeah.
Who,
Well,
yeah.
at least we're on the same wavelength. Okay, with the doc. Okay. I'm certainly like Classic Who is certainly, it's a bucket list for the channel right now. And to be able to jump into that would be tons of fun. So to know that is a possibility for us to watch, that's gonna be amazing. Thank y'all.
Well, it's one of those things too. And not that I want to steal the thunder of anything from Classic Who, and it's just we have a long time to even get through New Who before we can even broach the idea of going back to Classic Who. And they got so many other things that may come out. Torchwood, Sarah Jane Chronicles,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff. But what I would say is the same way that for whatever reason they fumbled the ball with bringing back Sutek, who was a classic Who villain for Chuti's 15th Doctor. I would love to see them kind of revisit things, like for people who know and people who watch all of Classic Who, for them to revisit certain things that came from Classic Who stories, and take them in a new direction. I love nostalgia and hat tips and Easter eggs and stuff like that. So that would be new for us, but for Classic Who fans, they'd be like, "Oh, this is awesome!" So I would love to see some stuff of that.
Yeah. Oh, that. Sorry if there's a bit of a delay. It's just all these great questions. Just want to make sure we kind of address somebody. And also, this isn't a shameless plug, but if there is something that you need addressed like right now, that's what the super chat is for, and it's also a kind donation to help keep the channel up and running. Let me see. Let me see. This is interesting. Just a comment from Fleecing who said, the moments like the beast below conflict with the companion and is what is extraordinarily lacking with Chuti and Ruby. I'm not mad at the, please voice your opinions because we do not always have to agree. That is an interesting comment that goes along with that. Um, Obviously, we're seeing that
Now,
now. There's a lot of cool
I will,
historical stuff in the first era. Go ahead.
yeah, I will say this about that lacking between Ruby and Chuti,
Mm-hmm.
or the Doctor and Ruby, Chuti and Millie. It was a different type of doctor. Like, dude is healed. You know what I'm saying? He has went through so much from where we started with the ninth Doctor all the
Mm-hmm.
way through the 13th Doctor, and you're talking about, you know, 13 seasons of the Doctor healing and figuring themselves out to when we get to the 15th Doctor. Dude is different. He's on a whole different journey. That's one of the reasons why he was incredibly emotional, and we saw
Mm-hmm.
more of the sadness, the fear. Hell, his eyes were sweating damn near every episode. So he's a different type of doctor. Whereas these earlier episodes, we're seeing the anger, coming out a lot more. So different type of doctor where he didn't have. Plus, you know, Millie Gibson, the way she played Ruby, she was bubbly as hell. I mean, like I don't even know how if you could get upset with her. She just seemed like you got upset, and she'd be like, "Oh, go on," So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
true.
Yeah, they had John Campbell is saying that he doesn't really feel like Chuti and Millie had the chemistry
Okay.
like some of the other doctors. Now, you have to remember as well that we got 9 episodes. We got the Christmas special and then 8 episodes. And all these earlier seasons, you're talking about 14 episodes. That's an
Yeah.
additional 5 episodes for them to work on the chemistry. Plus, because Chuti was filming Sex Education, he was gone for a little bit, and they had to do a couple episodes that were kind of Chuti light.
Mm.
So I don't know. Plus, with Disney, is sometimes when you spend the budget, other things fall off, like story, like villains, and things like that. So
Yeah.
hopefully, in whatever they do for the next season of Disney's version of New Who will be better. From what I understand, there's another companion coming on, and just in the current climate, especially for Disney right now, I see that he'll probably be a doctor who regenerates at the end of the season.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it is a business, and they do have to address their bottom line. This is a huge shout out from CG Lewis, who said, "Y'all are the first channel that convinced me to get on the Patreon. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for sharing this content with us. The world is crazy, and this is a pleasant escape." Once again, I just wanted to address everybody to please be safe out there. And check in with your loved ones and spread love as much as you possibly can. I also wanted to make sure we didn't go off too far topic because the title of this is season 4 recap. I wanted to talk about one of the episodes that I thought was kind of interesting, and it was a bit of a left that we didn't really see coming. And that was dealing with the doctor's daughter. I think that was the name of the episode.
Oh
Yeah, that is it.
yes, Jenny.
Yes. And it was kind of left with like an open-ended kind of question because she didn't, disappear or die. She's still out in this space. Do you want to see her again, or is it good for it kind of like being a one and done and she just exists within the Doctor Who verse, the
I don't
Whoverse?
know. I would love to see her again, and then just kind of the relationship with a new doctor
Mm.
because her dad that she knows don't look like her dad that she knows anymore. So
Ah,
Dad, is that you? Okay. Hell,
yeah.
for all we know, she may have regenerated again. Like I don't know what are the extent of her Time Lordian powers. Is she kind of a Donna-ish Time Lord? I mean, she was created straight up from the Doctor, so I
Right.
don't know. I don't know.
Well, let me ask you something that's kind of in that same vein. We're seeing interesting ways of looking at the Doctor's bloodline. A new one was when we talked about the story of the library, Silence in the Library, and we had somebody who could be a potential wife, girlfriend match. I don't know. There was a history between one of the characters in the Silence in the Library. I forgot her name, and the Doctor.
Uh,
Apparently, she is somebody from
Doctor
the
River Song.
yeah, River Song. So she is of the Doctor's future, and she's coming back into the past to meet no versions.
Yes.
I thought that
But
was
no
kind of fun.
spoilers.
Yeah, I thought that was really kind of fun. You know, I can't imagine. My future wife coming to meet this version, a younger version of myself before we got a chance to know each other. I'm willing to bet they wouldn't have liked me too much. She wouldn't have liked me too much.
Listen.
Depending on how young I was when she went back. But to if that is the case, or girlfriend or whatever it is, or just somebody that just knows you in general, it ain't even necessarily even got to be a loved one. Because the virgin, we all grow. So to see a younger version of yourself, and to meet that person, it would be interesting for me to meet myself at like, say, like 19, 20 years old. I'd be like, young man, you got a lot to learn to go along with that. But now that individual, what's her name? Oh my gosh, River Song is in the verse. I am very curious to see if we'd get to see more of that character. No.
I don't know. I love River Song, and I think like so we've seen her in 3 episodes now. So those two from from season 4,
Mhm.
and now we have encountered River Song in season 5. When she's on screen, she steals the show. Like she is just so confident and cocky, and I love that she matched David Tennant. Like I think them being, it's like when you're on stage, if you're a stage actor, when you're on stage with someone else that brings the best out of you. And there's
Ah,
certain actors, you get on, if you're in a film and you have a scene with Anthony Hopkins or Robert De Niro, somebody like that. Oh, you better bring your A game. Gary Oldman, like,
yeah.
hey, you better bring it, because what I'm saying, they gonna eat and leave no crumbs. And I felt like she brought that out of David Tennant or whatever. Yeah, she's everything right now. So to really figure out, I mean, we have our speculations,
Mhm.
but to really figure out who she is and how she plays into this world is going to be something. I'm so here for that journey. So
This was just an interesting comment. I just thought was funny. This is from Von Paltzy, who said, "I can't wait until they are so deep th- that they own a very long scarf to wear on stream." Listen, I don't think we're too far away from that. I picked up a TARDIS T-shirt not too terribly long ago that I wore on stream. I'm gonna start wearing that bad boy a little bit more. But who
listen,
knows? I might have to
I'm
get on and get it right.
I'm at the point right now, and I'm getting ready to say this on camera, and it'll be caught for everyone to see. But I'm at the point right now. I'm getting ready to do my kids' school shopping, get their clothes. I
Mhm.
might just get myself a trench coat and a pair of Chuck Taylors, just cause. I
I
don't know.
mean, you never know. Never know how these
Yeah,
things kind of move you.
yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. Oh my gosh. What's this one? I want to grab this one quick. I'm gonna let you grab this one. This is an interesting question. This one came from a Value Network, who said, Syntell, what do you guys want to see in a dream companion? How do you think the next one will act? Obviously, you're about to get a new TARDIS team in the new seasons. No spoilers though. Obviously, Rekkai, do you have a dream companion that you would like to see? While you
No.
process that, you want me to just shoot mine out off the top of my head?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
What is her name? She was in The Acolyte. It's a show that came out called The Acolyte. Is this young lady? She was in
Amanda Stenberg.
no. She was the mother of Jodie Turner Smith. There we go. I found it right
Oh,
quick. Jodie Turner Smith. She was in Queen and Charlotte. Excuse me, Queen and Slim. Yeah, I think that is something about like the grace and the power that she has, that she brings. I think she would be a very interesting companion because she is definitely going to give some pushback. And I think if you have a doctor and a companion with some really good, that was the great thing about Donna. There was constant pushback to the doctor going back and forth, and she wasn't here to play these games. I'm here for this adventure. So if you've ever watched Disney's show, The Acolyte, you will see her there, or if you may have seen her in
Jodie Turner-Smith
well.
is,
yeah.
My God.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if she was British either, because we have a lot of Black actors from across the pond coming over to the States, getting that work.
Across the pond, they're getting that work. That's because they are fantastic, and they take a different approach to the craft itself. So well, we got a liquor store on every corner. They got, a theater, a repertoire everywhere. So.
Hold on, while you're thinking about your companion real quick, I just want to get a quick shout out. Unfortunately, this live stream is only going to be about 45 minutes. We're already like an hour in. I think we got about another 5 more minutes until we got to wrap this bad boy up. So go ahead and get your questions.
We might have to come in and do another one. Just just ask us anything where we do talk about some Who, because really we never talked about, and I know it's maybe not the thing to talk about with this crowd, but we never did talk about the end, which looks like the series end of The Acolyte. We never did talk about the season end of The Bear.
Yeah, that's true.
And and we can talk about Who all day.
Yeah. So, I know the vast majority of everybody came here and was like, nah, man, spit that Who game right quick. Man, but you're not gonna you're not getting off the hook on finding on who your dream companion is. I'm trying to give you some time to properly process this. Who you got?
Listen, it's hard for me only because most of the people that I'm thinking of, I think are American. And I really don't want to see an American person as a companion. I want this series to stay true to what it is, and let's not start doing some old wild shit because we with Disney. Nope. Keep it true. So, and someone in the comments, Todd Stephen Burrows said that Jodie Turner-Smith is British. So that works.
Okay. I thought that might work. Okay.
That's a great one. Listen, that might be an overload of the chocolate for me. I don't know. I might pass out. That woman bad. Oh my God.
She a cold one. Yeah, she's definitely a cold one.
Here's you know what? Dang, who was it? I think what would be interesting is, the one thing I love about Doctor Who is now that we're watching it coming from behind and going back and watching it, to see all these actors and actresses in it and be like, oh, that's what's your name from this, and that's so-and-so from this.
Yeah.
That is cool. So I feel like Doctor Who is one of those programs that introduces us to people that we wouldn't otherwise know. And then when you see them in something else, now we'll be able to go forward and be like, I know them. They was on Doctor Who. You remember that episode? They was on Doctor Who. So it's kind of cool. I would say the younger sister, Edwina, who was on season 2 of
you talking
Bridgerton.
About? Yes, yeah. There's something really. She's an adorable woman, if that's a real thing.
Kate got to stay,
right?
Because she married,
That's
what I'm saying. So Edwina, since she disappeared, because she's adorable.
Yes, she
is. And she reminds me kind of in a way of Ruby, like, what I'm saying. Yeah. So I think that she would be a really good companion.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. That's a really good one. I don't know if any of y'all have watched any of Bridgerton. I always wonder, like, if people across the pond are on Bridgerton like they are here in the States, because I feel like this is an American interpretation of British culture. So I don't know if that translates over there as well as it does here. Let me see. I know we are. Oh my gosh, man, the time just goes by so fast. We are already at 11:45.
That's how it is when we talk about Who. How
yeah. It is. Well, let me go on and give the spiel real quick. Hey, listen, everybody that's here that is just a fan of Who. I'm not going to push the Patreon because that is a paid service. But if you do want to see our reactions full uncut, then the Patreon is the place to be. But I am going to push the Discord because it is free and you have access to everybody to come and just join the community. And then once you're in the community, you can decide if you want to take that next step and become a member of the Patreon. The Patreon is not going to disappoint you because us live and uncut is tons of fun. And the Discord will give you the opportunity to watch us record some of these reactions live, and you can be a part of the process. We do answer some of the questions that go along as we're watching in the review portion of the Patreon, and we're still trying to figure out and work ways to actually get voices onto the Discord as well. But it's just a really cool place to swap memes. There's a spoiler section, and just how you can get in contact with us right here on this live by asking some of your questions. The Discord allows that even more. It's a lot easier to get in touch. So people will be like, yo, Syntell, I thought this, that, and the third, and I can hit you right back. I try to hit as many people back as I possibly can. But if you want access to one of your favorite reactors, for me, from somebody that watches reaction channels and just really just chews up a lot of YouTube is one of those places where it is possible to reach out and touch us. You can have access to us. It's not like you're watching a television show or watching a movie where you can only see the image and you don't have access to the actual person. You do have access to us, and the best place to do that is the Discord. The next thing I want to talk about is Rekkai's page, because Rekkai is offering such a robust experience in the deeper thought process of this mediums that we watch. It's really good to get into his brain. The brother is just on it. I can sit here and just listen to this dude talk for hours on end and you'll just get these really cool perspectives when it comes to Doctor Who, if it comes to like Bridgerton, if it comes to Acolyte, any of your favorite channels. Rekkai's channel is the place for that. And this is where I am going to push the Patreon, because we are content creators. We do have some expenses when it comes to this, and the best way to show your love is to sign up for Rekkai's Patreon. It's you can give just 1 month, you can give a couple of months, it can be a repeat thing. This is kind of like how we keep the lights on. I know this is like, oh my God, you're pitching, trying to spend money, but I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it 100. To subscribe to Rekkai's channel is free. It costs you nothing, and then he can grow on you, and then you can make that decision at a later time. If you're already sold on this beautiful personality that we have happening right now, then go ahead and contribute to that Patreon. That's it. I'm gonna get off of my soapbox. I'm gonna let Rekkai close this bad boy out. Thank you all so much from my end. Rekkai, the floor is yours, my guy.
Listen, thank you for the plug. Yes, listen, when he talked about the Patreon, listen, for him, you're keeping the lights on. For me, you just keeping the match lit. That's all I got right now. I ain't got no lights. I got a match. So you just keeping the match lit. Don't blow out. Don't blow out. So thank you to everyone. I hate that we have to leave, because we can do this. We can go for a while, but I have a heart out. My middle son has his first football game today, and I got to go support. They didn't rope me into doing the scoreboard or something. But I'm be at the game anyway, so I got to go and get him together, get my boys together. But I am looking forward to the next one of these, and definitely, if you're in here, please get into the Discord. Again, get into the Discord. We'll announce when we do the next one of these, and we'll talk about more Who. Because I don't feel like we did a justice to talking about season 4. There was a lot to talk about in season 4. Yeah. They did 97 episodes in season 4. So we got a lot to talk about, and we might talk about a few other things along the way when I don't have a heart out like I do today.
Hey, I see all y'all jumping in the Discord now. I'm sorry. You just made me excited. I see y'all jumping in the Discord now.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Like I said, thank you, everyone. Season 5, our reaction, up tomorrow. My deep dive up tomorrow. We're here. We back. We back, baby. So thank you. And as always, y'all know how it goes. Gotta use this, but you gotta use this, and that's so proper for all the Whovians in here. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef. As you already know, let us know in the comments what we got right, what we got wrong. And the phone one is, what did we miss? And we will see you also. I think we're going to premiere on Friday tomorrow. So we'll probably see you in the chat when season 5 jumps off. Yeah. Thank y'all for your time. And we'll catch y'all in the next episode. All right, y'all. Take care. Peace.